Why good intentions fail inside institutions? Why good intentions fail inside institutions? Before we begin, I want to set a simple intention for this conversation. This is not a motivational talk. It's not about quick answers or perfect solutions. It's a space for reflection, clarity, and responsibility. Some of what I share may feel affirming, some may feel uncomfortable, but both are useful. If something resonates, sit with it. If something challenges you, stay curious. The goal isn't agreement, it's understanding. So let's begin. Most institutions don't fail because people don't care. They fail because good intentions are forced to survive inside misaligned systems. And good people cannot outwork a broken design. That's the part we don't talk about enough. When something isn't working in an organization, what's the instinct? Focus on people. We assume we need more motivation, more training, more accountability, more effort. If morale is low, inspire people. If outcomes are weak, push harder. If culture feels off, hire better personalities. But most institutional problems are not people problems. They are design problems. And if you misdiagnose the issue, you exhaust the very people you are trying to fix with it. Let's simplify this. A system is the set of rules, formal and informal, that shape behavior. It answers 4 questions. What gets rewarded? What gets punished? What gets ignored? And what gets protected? Well, you can say you value collaboration. But if promotions go to individual performers only, you reward competition. You can say you value innovation. But if mistakes are quietly penalized, you reward risk avoidance. You can say you value well-being. But if overwork is praised, you reward burnout. That's the system speaking. And systems are shape behavior more powerfully than mission statement ever will. So here's a simple tool that I use, in leadership spaces, and I call it the incentive test, where we ask 4 questions. What behavior do we reward? What behavior do we punish? What behavior do we ignore? And what behavior do we protect? Just be honest, because your answers will reveal your real values, not your stated ones. Because people adapt to incentives, and over time, the system wins. So why good intention get exhausted? Mhm. This is why you see something very predictable in institutions. Committed staff burn out. Leaders go frustrated. Cynicism slowly replaces optimism. People enter organizations wanting to contribute. They care. They believe in the mission. But over time, they learn what is actually possible and what quietly isn't. They learn where initiative gets stalled, where clarity gets avoided, where responsibility gets blurred. Good intentions don't disappear, they get constrained. And when intention repeatedly collides with misalignment, exhaustion follows. Not because people stop caring, because design overpowered desire. So, this is a leadership issue. Because leadership is not about demanding more effort from people. Leadership is about asking harder questions of the system. We ask questions like, what behaviors are we unintentionally encouraging? Where do our incentives contradict our stated values? Where is responsibility unclear? Where does our structure create confusion instead of clarity? Until those questions are asked, change remains cosmetic. You can run another training. You can host another retreat. You can roll out another initiative. But if the incentives don't shift, outcomes won't either. You hear me? You can run another training. You can host another retreat. You can roll out another initiative. But if the incentives don't shift, outcomes won't shift either. Here is the real shift. When you change incentives, you change outcomes without begging people to care more. You don't need to convince people to be committed. They already are. You need to design a system that allows commitment to function. Alignment reduces exhaustion. Clarity reduces friction. Design reduces resentment. When systems support values, people don't need motivational speeches to act ethically. They are able to act. That is real progress. And real progress is structural. We're living in a time where institutions are strained, higher education, nonprofits, corporate spaces, public systems. And the temptation is always to say, we just need better people. But the harder and most honest question is, have we built a system that makes integrity sustainable? Again, have we built a system that makes integrity sustainable? Or one that quietly contradicts it? Have we? That's not an accusation. It is a design conversation. And design conversations are uncomfortable, but they are necessary. Yes, they are. This is one of the core conversations I bring into leadership retreats, organizational strategy sessions, and institutional workshops, especially in spaces where there's a visible gap between mission and reality. If your organization, feels stuck between what it says it values and what it actually experiences, this kind of system lens opens honest, productive dialogue. Because sustainable progress requires design, not just desire. Good intentions are powerful, but they are not enough. When systems are misaligned, even the best people struggle. But when systems are designed with clarity and care, good intentions become vehicles for real change. Of course, I'll leave you with this. Progress doesn't begin with certainty, it begins with responsibility. And leadership doesn't require perfection, it requires presence. I thank you for your time, your attention, and your willingness to think deeply. Until next time, bye.